Canada is known for its breathtaking landscapes, polite people, and maple syrup. But there's so much more to this incredible country than meets the eye. In this video, we're diving into some fascinating and lesser-known facts about Canada that will leave you surprised and inspired. Whether you're a local or just curious about this beautiful nation, you're about to discover a whole new side of the Great White North. Let's get started. 1. Canada's coastline is the longest in the world. Canada has a coastline that stretches over 202,080 kilometers, making it the longest in the world. If you walk 20 kilometers a day, it would take you nearly 28 years to walk the entire length. 2. Polar bears have their own town in Canada. In Churchill, Manitoba, polar bears roam freely. The town even has a polar bear jail for bears that wander too close to human areas before being relocated. It's one of the few places in the world where you can see polar bears in the wild. 3. Canada's official phone number. Canada has a national phone number, 1800 Canada. It's a hotline where you can ask questions about the country, services, or travel tips. It's kind of a personal customer service line for Canada. 4. Canada has more lakes than the rest of the world combined. Canada is home to about 60% of the world's lakes, with over 2 million freshwater lakes spread across the country. Some of these lakes are so pristine that they're considered drinkable without treatment. 5. Canada's maple syrup reserves. Canada has a strategic maple syrup reserve. Located in Quebec, this reserve ensures the supply of maple syrup in case of shortages or bad harvests. It's like Canada's oil reserve, but sweeter. 6. The oldest rock on Earth is in Canada. The 4-billion-year-old rock found in Quebec is the oldest known rock on Earth. It's older than dinosaurs and provides clues about Earth's early formation. 7. Canada has a UFO landing pad. The world's first official UFO landing pad was built in St. Paul, Alberta, in 1967 as part of Canada's centennial celebrations. Canada was ahead of its time in welcoming extraterrestrial visitors. 8. The gravity in Hudson Bay is lower than anywhere else on Earth. Hudson Bay in Canada has less gravity than the rest of the Earth due to an ancient glacier that depressed the region. If you want to feel a tiny bit lighter, Hudson Bay is the place to visit. 9. Canada invented the Hawaiian pizza. Despite its name, Hawaiian pizza, pineapple on pizza, was invented in Chatham, Ontario, in 1962 by a Greek immigrant named Sam Panopoulos. A Canadian started the pineapple on pizza debate that divides the world. 10. The EH is officially recognized. The iconic Canadian EH is listed in the Canadian Oxford Dictionary as a legitimate word. It's more than slang, it's part of Canadian identity. 11. The smallest desert in the world. Canada is home to the Carcross Desert in the Yukon, which is just 1 square mile in size. It's considered the world's smallest desert, but it's technically sand dunes left behind by glaciers. 12. Canada once tried to invent a superweapon during World War II. Canada worked on the Habakkuk Project, a plan to build an unsinkable aircraft carrier made of ice and sawdust. The project was abandoned, but it remains one of history's strangest military experiments. 13. The $1 million coin. Canada minted a 100-kilogram gold coin worth $1 million. It was created by the Royal Canadian Mint and is now worth much more due to its rarity. This makes Canada a world leader in creating high-value currency. 14. Santa Claus is officially Canadian. The Canadian government declared Santa Claus a Canadian citizen. He even has his own postal code, H0H0H0. Every year, Canadian postal workers reply to letters sent to Santa at this address. 15. Canada has the longest highway in the world. The Trans-Canada Highway spans 7,821 kilometers, crossing through all 10 provinces. You can drive across the country on a single road. 16. Bear wrestling was once a sport in Canada. Bear wrestling was legal and even popular until it was officially banned in the 1950s. It's a piece of quirky history that shows how times have changed. 17. The Northern Lights are visible in Canada. Canada is one of the best places to see the Aurora Borealis, particularly in the Northern Territories like Yukon, Nunavut, and Northwest Territories. Add tips on when and where to see this magical phenomenon. 18. Canadians eat more mac and cheese than anyone else. Kraft Dinner, mac and cheese, is so popular in Canada that Canadians consume more of it per capita than any other country. It's practically the unofficial comfort food of the nation. That's it for today's video on Canada's cool and lesser-known facts. If you found this interesting, don't forget to like the video, share it with your friends, and hit subscribe for more fun and fascinating content like this. Got any other cool facts about Canada or thoughts on the ones we shared? Let us know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. See you in the next one.